Fridges. Fridges is a great way to save energy if you know how to use this efficiently. In my fridge, there are humidity controls, and there's also a temperature control at the top. And you want to set your fridge as close to 37 degrees as possible. And you want to set your freezer, mine also has a control knob, I'm not sure if you can see it. And you want your freezer to be as close to 3 degrees as possible. If you do this, you'll save a lot of energy, seeing as freezers and fridges account for 20% of all household electricity. Show the world my dishes. Dirty too.
Make sure your dishwasher is full when you run it, and use the energy saving setting, if available, to allow the dishes to dry. You can also turn off the drying cycle manually. Not using heat in a drying cycle can save 20% of your dishwasher's total electricity use. Be careful not to overheat or overcool your rooms. In the winter, set your thermostat at 68 degrees in the daytime and 55 degrees at night.
In the summer, keep it at 78. Lowering your thermostat just 2 degrees during winter saves 6% of heating-related CO2 emissions.
That's a reduction of 420 pounds of CO2 per year for a typical home.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Where is that? What's that right now? Are we being efficient?
No, not at all. My dad's from Texas. Whenever possible, don't drive a car, because if you walk or use public transportation or even bike, you can save a ton of, you would emit a lot less carbon dioxide per year.
Every gallon of gasoline you save avoids 22 pounds of CO2 emissions into the atmosphere.
This is an incandescent light bulb. Don't use these. What you should be using is efficient, compact fluorescent light bulbs, which I don't have anywhere in this house, but you should get them because they're good. They save a lot, and they cost a lot at first, but over time they save you a lot of money because they use less energy, so you're spending less money on electricity. They use a quarter of the energy as this light bulb, so yeah, basically. And they last 8 to 12 times longer, so again, it saves you money, so you don't have to buy as much as these. Hey, in a typical home, one compact fluorescent light bulb can save 260 pounds of CO2 per year. So imagine if you have them all throughout the house. Like I have one there, one there, one there, one there, and for each one of those, 260 pounds of CO2 is saved. So just imagine the savings. It's like rollback levels. When you buy your next car, think about gas mileage.
If you get a new car that gets 40 miles per gallon instead of 25, and you drive 10,000 miles per year, you can reduce your annual CO2 emissions by 3,300 pounds. You can even save money here in the bathroom
with low flow shower heads, and they cost 10 to 20 bucks, and for electrically heated water you can emit 300 less pounds of CO2. How awesome is that?
300 pounds of
300
CO2.
pounds.
Every gallon of gasoline you save avoids 22 pounds of CO2 emissions. That's a lot.
When you wash your clothes in a dishwasher, be sure to use, I just said a dishwasher, wash your clothes in a washing machine. Be sure to avoid using the hot setting unless it's for really, really, really dirty clothes. Like you can see here, there's a cornucopia of settings on this machine. So if you use warm or cold to wash, if you have an electric water heater, you can save nearly 500 pounds of CO2 a year if you use warm or cold versus hot. So do that.
Plant shade trees and paint your house a light color if you live in a warm climate, or a dark color if you live in a cold climate. Reductions in energy use resulting from shade trees and appropriate painting can save up to 2.4 tons of CO2 emissions per year. Each tree also directly absorbs about 25 pounds of carbon dioxide from the air annually.
When you're not using the fireplace, such as today, when it's 85 degrees outside,
In April.
make sure your fireplace dampers are sealed tight.
And keep the doors closed.
And if
Which
you never use your
You
fireplace...
do not have.
Well, I don't have glass doors.
That's alright. We can pretend.
We'll pretend. If you never use your fireplace, plug the chimney with fiberglass insulation and seal the doors with silicone.
Yo, Bones, and Leah, I don't know if you can hear this from the trunk, but if your car is an AC, make sure that your coolant is recycled, because when you recycle it, or in the United States, leakage from auto air conditioners is the largest single source of emissions. Oh my god, what a jerk. Of chlorofluorocarbons, which damages the ozone layer, as we've learned, as well as adding to global warming. The CFCs from one auto air conditioner can add the equivalent of 4,800 pounds of CO2 emissions per year.